I do apologize for the static in the background. There wasn't any way that I could get rid of that. So the start of this app, basically, you put in a PIN number, and the PIN basically checks to make sure that you put in the correct PIN. Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the current PIN. So if you put in the wrong PIN, you will be greeted with a error key. So once you put in the correct PIN, you are presented with a information screen that where you are able to provide the information needed for the application. For this application, since I'm using a virtual machine, this is where I ran into some of the lag. You see how long it took for it to load up. I'm not 100% sure if that's my application or the virtual machine. I'm pretty sure it's just the virtual machine. So essentially, right now we have the information already populated because I put it in before. That's kind of giving you just a showing of the app's ability to save the information that you have. So essentially what you do is you have to put in information for every single checkbox. If there is a checkbox that does not have any information in it, you will be greeted with an error screen to make sure that all the checkboxes are full. If the checkboxes don't apply to you, then you put in non-applicable, NA or non-applicable. So next screen is the zip code screen. Same thing applies to the other two screens. There is a error checking pop-up screen that will show up if you do put in a zip code that isn't 5 digits or contains letters. So let's put in a 5-digit zip code that has a letter. So you run into an error. Once you put in a zip code that is correct, you are greeted with a table list. This is the part where I really wanted to have a map here, but we weren't able to put that in there. If you click in information, the information pops up, the details for the specific safe house. From here, you are greeted with all of the information that you previously put in. If you decide to change something, let's change something real quick. You changing the information. You do have to go back through the screen again. I don't remember the zip code that I put in, but you would put in the same one. Click the same location, and see we changed John Smith or Jane Doe to John Smith, and same thing applies to all of the fields located on the screen. And then once you decide to submit, you press submit, and you have a screen that thanks you for submitting your information and lets you know that an agency will notify you. And if you press go back to main, it will take you to the main screen.